On the morning of April 20th, which was Easter, we trained into Paris from our Airbnb apartment, saying goodbye to it, and we took a Ouigo high-speed train, which took like under 2 hours when driving is like 4.5 hours at minimum. We were heading to Lyon, France, and the ticket cost around $20, which is pretty good for a high-speed train. However, I started to feel a little bit sick on the train ride, which traveling can make you sick, being around new viruses and being packed around all these different people. So I was kind of worried. It took us a minute, but we eventually found the ticket machine to get a 3-day paper pass for the public transit system. We saw the Lyon City Hall, and then I realized that I felt worse. I was not doing hot, so I just went back to the hotel and was like, I need to recover. I had a fever that night. It was not fun, but I was feeling better in the morning, so we decided to explore Lyon. First, we went to the Musée de Confluence, which is a very interesting museum about anthropology and science. And we saw the ruins of an ancient Roman theater, which was really cool, until they kicked us out, even though it was 15 minutes before closing. Anyway, we saw these really cool views of the city. I loved all the red roofs of the buildings that really characterized how far south we were. This is the farthest south I had been in Europe thus far. Yeah, the city was really beautiful. I really love Lyon. It was a really great experience. The next morning, we got some food at a vegan cafe, Ame Cafe. And this is the other food that we had. We got the vegan options at this generalized Italian place because everything happened to be closed the couple days that we were there. Then we got food from this vegan kebab restaurant, which was good. We continued our day with a walk around this big park, and I really enjoyed this walk. There were so many beautiful nature areas, like, along the river and the trees. Bye. We walked for a long time. The weather was beautiful. Oh yeah, we found this little like garden little area, and there were these gray geese there, and they were beautiful, and I loved observing them. Then we walked up like 8 million steps, but living in the Seattle and San Francisco areas, like I got hills down. My training prepared me. And then we found, well, I mean, we were looking for it. We successfully found this mural of, a street of Lyon that was painted on the side of a blank wall. There was not many subway lines, but we did take a couple. And oh yeah, there was these little like questions in the subway, like trivia questions, which is very unique. Ending with us taking a funicular up to this beautiful church. I think it's technically called a basilica, but it was very beautiful, and there was beautiful views of the city from up there as well. Then, since we were back in the hill area, we went back to the ancient Roman theater ruins, and we didn't get kicked out, and we got to see the museum, and it was really cool. This is the funicular. I learned about this word through this experience. It was kind of scary. Then we really needed food, and, grocery stores do be existing, so I got some hummus and a baguette, which weirdly went well together. The hummus was called Irresistible Hummus. Weirdly, that was the best hummus I ever had, so they named it correctly. I was only there for a handful of days, but Lyon to me feels like the kind of place where I would settle down if I if I lived in Europe. I really liked it. I think it's well situated. 2-hour train ride from Paris. It's near the mountains. Speaking of the mountains, the next day we took off early in the morning and got on a Flixbus to go to Chamonix, France. I had a little bit of a panic at the station because our bus was late. I did not know that was apparently normal. I thought we missed the bus. I was like, we can't miss the bus. We have $80 Aiguille du Midi tickets reserved for like 10 a.m. The bus ride took 3 hours, and I loved seeing the progression of getting deeper into the mountains, deeper into the French Alps. I've loved seeing different cities in Europe, but I'm really a mountain girl. I really loved living in Washington, so of course I'm going to be interested in combining Europe with mountains that are gorgeous. Sign me up. Yeah, this footage goes on for like a minute, but there was so many beautiful views just on the like freaking bus ride that I was like, I need to record all this. And here we're getting closer to Mont Blanc, the tallest mountain in Western Europe. And oh my god, we checked our luggage into our hotel, and then we were ready for Aiguille du Midi. This was only the first half of the cable car ride up, and I'm scared of heights, so I kind of had a little bit of an anxiety attack the way up. The second part was worse. It was like so high up, and you're just like on this little car where there's glass, you can see everything. Anyway, it was scary, but being up there was absolutely gorgeous. The mountains were like really beautiful. I will never forget this. This experience was literally so phenomenal, so beautiful, so amazing. Worth every dollar. Worth the anxiety attack on the way up. Oh my god. And there happened to be a little bit of clouds, so we kind of didn't see the full view. We could have seen like Italy, Switzerland from up there, but yeah, I was at the top, well, kind of at the top of Mont Blanc, 15,000 foot tall mountain. And there's Chamonix down below in the valley. And oh my god, I was also kind of panicking being up there because, again, I'm afraid of heights. And oh yeah, I had to wait a long time to get this photo. And yes, that was kind of scary, but it was also freaking cool. And there was less oxygen up there, so I was struggling to breathe as well. And this is me going back down. And that's the midway point. But oh my god, yeah. And then we got vegan burgers and fries from this place. There was no vegan restaurants in Chamonix, but there was a place, Poco Logo, I think it was called. But and then it kind of rained for a minute, but after that stop, we went on a little hike in some trees, and that was cool. I got to hike in France. I love hiking. I've hiked in Sweden, the United States, of course, in British Columbia, Canada. So this is the next morning. This was our view from our hotel. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. $100 really gets you farther in France than in America. And also we got upgraded because it was off season from skiing. So we got this really nice hotel room. April 24th was the day that we took the Mont Blanc Express train from Chamonix to Martigny, Switzerland. I really wanted to go to Switzerland. So through this train, we were going to cross the border and explore the city of Martigny for the day. The train took a minute, but the whole point was honestly the experience of seeing the views, and of course, for me, being on a train, combined trains and mountains, and I'm pretty happy. So I was kind of starving when we got to Switzerland, so I got this kind of expensive vegan bowl, but oh my god. The amount of vegan options in the grocery store was like way more than France. Like the variety of vegan meats, cheeses, everything, all the alternatives were there. However, food was more expensive. Everything was more expensive in Switzerland. Next, we went on a hike in the hills around the city, and it was a very cool hike. I definitely need to go back to Switzerland. It was on my bucket list for a while, but there's still so much more to see. Bye.
Pigeons going to town.
Here's more of all the vegan certified options at another grocery store. I think this was Aldi, I could be wrong. But we got some food there and we had like a little sushi like picnic out on this table, but then it got cold, so I was like, let's go. But yeah, that was our day. Then we took the train back and there's some deer if you look closely here. But yeah, it was a very, very nice day. Around the border, we switched trains because both France and Switzerland independently run this train route, which is interesting. On April 26th, we said goodbye to our nice hotel room and we took a number of I think it was like 2 buses and then, yeah, like another train, and then we took high-speed rail. I love looking at how we beat out the cars here. Please just enjoy this. Or get motion sick from it. Actually, don't do that. Maybe look away if you're getting motion sickness from this. But we took the train back to Paris, which is where we spent the night, and we got Land of Monkeys 2 more times. Anyway, and then in the morning we trained to the airport. I wish we could have stayed longer, but you know, we had jobs to get back to, unfortunately. I wanted that 5 weeks in Europe repeat, but instead just 2 weeks. We had to go to LA and then do another flight back anyway. We made it home to the United States. One thing I forgot to mention is how friendly people in Lyon were. Like, I don't know if it's a Paris versus outside Paris thing, but people would be super friendly, like, bonjour. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these videos. I enjoyed making them and traveling, of course, which I plan to do more of. I still don't believe my channel will ever become popular, but I'm just doing this for the love of the game. I love video editing.